Hi, my crafty friends. Liz here with Liz's Crafts. How is everyone today? Um, we are going to be staining some beads, wood beads. These are probably 14 millimeter, I would say, because this bead here is 12 millimeter and these are slightly larger. That would be my guess. So I'm just going to use some of this Anita's all-purpose acrylic paint. It's called charcoal. And I'm going to put some in my little bowl here. Not too much. Just that little bit right there. And then I'm going to put some water in it. And you can use any type of water. It's fine. So I just kind of want to stain the beads. I don't want to paint them. And I'm hoping this will work. I might need more paint and water in here. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to swirl my beads around until they all get covered. So I'm just taking my brush and I'm rubbing over the beads, just trying to get the watered down paint onto each of them. And see, that's pretty light, and that's good for me. So I think what I want to do, and I forgot to do this, is get a skewer and pick my beads up on the skewer so they can dry. And this is just a wooden skewer that I got in a package of skewers from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just putting my beads on there, and then I'll lay them on top of this little container here, little bowl, and we'll get them dry. So there's not a lot of heavy paint on it or anything like that. It's just real thin. And I'm doing 12 beads because this is going to be the hanger. And so I want 6 beads on one side and 6 beads on the other side of the jute hanger. You always want an even number of beads so that your nail actually hangs from the jute and not your beads. So we're just going to put this right here for now. And then we're going to go on to other parts of our project. So we're going to be using products from Magnolia today, and we have the stencil here. Not today, Satan. Now, I had done a shirt for my husband a while back, and I put this on one of his old shirts, and we used ink on it. And today, I'm going to put it on a board, and this is just a bamboo, it's called Nature's Essentials, and I got a 3-pack of these from Ross, and there was one that was a little bit smaller than this one and one that was a whole lot smaller than this one. So you got 3 different sizes in one pack, and I don't remember how much they cost. So we're going to use the back side here that doesn't have this stamp on it. And I think, yeah, I'll turn it this way. That's good. So I'm just going to take my adhesive stencil off of the backing, and then I'm going to place it more up towards the top of my board is where I want it, and then kind of in the center. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. I'm okay with that. So now I'm just pressing it down so that there are no wrinkles, no bumps or lumps, and my chalk paste should be able to lay on there pretty nicely. So this is what we have. Now these stencils are reusable, and that makes it a great purchase because, like I said, you can use this more than once. You can use it more than twice. You can probably use these 20 to 30 times, and there are some of these stencils that I have used that much. So as long as you take care of them, put them in the water, wash them with your sponge right away, then you'll be fine and you'll be able to keep using them. So the chalk paste I'm going to be using today is called Cool Gray. Now, I'm not sure if this particular gray color is available at this time. I will, however, put a link to the chalk paste in Magnolia so that you can look at all the different colors that they have. And if they don't have it in stock right now, they will probably be getting it in stock shortly. So I just have this bunch of Cool Gray chalk paste on my squeegee. And then I'm just going to put it right there on my stencil and then slide it down. This is so easy. If you think you cannot do this, you are wrong. You certainly can. And might I suggest that for you to try it, get one of their DIY kits. Now, these kits are not available to us as creators. They're only available to customers. So if you are not a creator, you can go and buy one of their DIY kits, and it has everything in it that you need to make a complete craft. So it will have the surface, it will have the chalk paste or ink, and it will have the squeegee, and you'll be all set and ready to go. So they mark them down, I guess, so much that they can't offer them to us because we would get a 35% discount. And if you want to be a creator, then all you have to do is purchase their kit, their creator kit, under my name. If you go to my site, which is lizyonke.magnoliadesignco.com, purchase the kit, and then once you do that, then any further purchases that you get, you will get 35% off. So it's a great deal. The only thing is your first month for your website is free. After that, you will pay $10.99 each month to for your website, where people can order from you or you order yourself. So that is the only requirement to be a creator, is you buy the kit and then you pay the $10.99 each month for the website. Okay, I'm just going to put my excess back into my container so that I don't waste it. Put my lid on. Put that aside, and then we're going to pull this up and see what it looks like. This is going to be awesome. Ooh, yeah, love it. It is. Not today, Satan. And you can see this little spot. Here, I'll hold it up for you in a second. I'm putting my stencil face down in the water. I am moving it around so that the water will get into where the chalk paste is and keep that from drying in my stencil, so that then when I get off of here, I can wash it out and it'll be ready to use again. So I have this spot right here that didn't take, and what happened was there's a divot in the board. But I kind of like that, so I'm going to go with it. Now, if you wanted to, you could get a little more chalk paste out of your container and a brush and put it on there. I'm okay with it the way it is. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside right now. And what we're going to do is a flower. So I want to put this flower down here in the bottom corner of my board. And so what I have is book pages. So I cut out some book pages from an old book that was in my son's room once we went through and started throwing stuff away. So I decided to keep a bunch of the books, and they were already turning a little dark, the pages were, because, you know, he's in his 30s. I should have cleaned the room out a long time ago, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because now I can use these book pages to craft with. So I have 3.5 inches of this scalloped round, and I got this from a die cut from Hobby Lobby. And I cut 4 of those. And then I have this 3-inch round with the scalloped edges, same thing from Hobby Lobby, and I cut 4 of those. Now, you probably want to wait until they get those 50% off. So I don't know if they do that every other week or every couple weeks or whatever. So anyway, what we're going to do is you're going to take the 4 larger ones and you're going to put a dot of hot glue in the center. And I love these flowers, and they are so simple. And then you're going to layer your page, your next cutout on top of it. And you're just going to keep doing that until you get all 4 of your 3.5-inch scalloped rounds on there. And once you get those on there, then you want to start with your 3-inch ones. And you're doing the same thing. You're just putting a dot of hot glue down. You're putting your cutout in the center, and you're doing that with all 4 of the cutouts. And then once you get those on there, then you want to add your bead. So I just have this 12mm glass bead. It has little bumpies on it. It actually came in a package like this with lots of other ones in there. I think you can get these at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. Mine came from Fire Mountain Gems. These are glass. So I'm going to do it with the hole up. So I'm just going to put a little dot of glue on there in the center of my flower. I'm going to hold my bead down for a few seconds. And then I'm going to show you what to do. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take your top cutout. You want to put your fingers in behind it like this. And then you're just going to bring it up and you're going to scrunch it. Scrunch it between your fingers. Just like this. And you're going to do that with each cutout. So you want to do it with the 4. You want to do them individually. You have 4 of the smaller ones, and then you have 4 of the larger ones, so make sure you get them all done. Now you can add the bead after the fact. I just like adding it onto it so that then my papers, my cutouts go around the bead. But you don't have to do that. You could put the bead on last. Okay, so I did the 4 small ones. Now I want to work on the 3.5-inch rounds. And again, I'm just taking my fingers up underneath it, and then I'm scrunching it. These flowers are so simple, but they are so pretty. These are one of my favorite flowers to make and put on my crafts. Okay, so I got 2 of the big ones. I'm on my 3rd one. And then I'm going to show you what to do with the last one. So the last one, you have it like this. So you just take it, take your fingers like this, go like that. And now you want to start opening them up. So you're looking for your bead, and there it is. So here's your flower right here. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to put that on the bottom here, in the bottom left-hand corner of my project. And I like that my bead is pretty much the same color as the chalk paste on my board. And then I have the gray here on my beads for the hanger. So what I'm going to use is some jute here, and this is just some jute that I got from Hobby Lobby a few years ago after Christmas. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the end of it. And then once that cools down a tiny bit, because my mine is the high temperature hot glue. So I'm just going to twist it in my fingers, and then it'll make a little point, or it'll keep my pieces together so that it will allow me to put my beads on easier. So again, I'm using 12 beads so that I'll have 6 on one side and 6 on the other side, and then you would hang it on your wall, actually with the jute, so the jute in between the beads. Now you could use 10 beads if you wanted to, you could use 14, just however long you want your hanger to be. It's whatever you like. I like mine to be a little bit shorter. Okay, now I'm going to put a knot on the end of my jute, and I'm going to put actually 2 knots, one on top of the other, because I'm going to staple this onto the back of my board. And that way then the knot is at the bottom of the staple and it won't pull through. So I'm just going to trim the end of it up a little bit. Okay, and I don't want a ton of rope jute. So again, I am doing 2 knots, one on top of each other. And let's make sure that this is dry. It looks like it is. I don't want to smear it. So I'm going to put my rope up, put my scissors away. And so I just want you to know that here on Liz's Crafts, if you go to the video section, then you can see any of the craft videos that I have out there. And if you decide to make anything from any of those videos, I would appreciate it if you would share it on Liz's Craft Friends. Now that is a page that, or a group that I made up for my crafty friends here. And what you could do is take pictures of your crafts that you do and put them out there, and we can inspire each other to do different crafts. And it is a closed group. However, if you just search in Facebook for Liz's Craft Friends, then you can, there are 2 questions will come up. Once you answer those questions, and if you answer yes to them, then you'll be approved for membership. And then once you're a member, then you can post pictures of crafts that you have done and put on there for us to see and for us to share with each other. Now, for Liz's Crafts on Facebook, if you follow and like my page and go to the notifications and set your notifications so that you know when I put a new video out there, then you won't miss any of my videos. And like I said, you can always go to the video section and look at any of the videos that I have out there. But if you like what you see here, I would appreciate if you would do this on Facebook and also on or YouTube. Now my YouTube channel is Liz Yonkey, and that's Lizyonkey. I have very few subscribers right now, so I would love to have more subscribers to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and finish up our project. We're going to put our hanger on here. And so you just need to decide where exactly you want your hanger to be, and then just staple it. And like I said, your knot will keep your piece from coming through the staple. So I want to try to get it even on both sides. So we have 2, 4, 6 beads on this side, 6 beads on this side, and so you would hang it like this. And I might put another staple up to keep the, and that way it'll keep the bead from getting behind the board. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, And there we go. So what do you guys think of this? So this is just a cutting board, a bamboo cutting board that I got from Ross. We made our flower from paper from old books. And we have our chalk paste and our stencil from Magnolia. And then we have our beads that we used acrylic paint and some water to stain those. So that's it for our craft today. And like I said, if you do decide to do a craft like this, I would love to see pictures of it on Liz's Craft Friends. So until our next video, keep crafting, my friends. Bye. I love y'all.